You're all family, really. Hello. Um, I was going in order of the steps with spiritual principles, but today is a special day for me. Today is my anniversary. I have 8 years clean of all mood changing, mind altering substances. My clean date is actually on my wrist right here, July 1st, 2013. Uh, I just want to share like one reason that I definitely believe in a God real quick. So the day I was born is June the 19th, 1986. My birth certificate, I got it out a few years ago to look at what time I was born for astrology. That's not important. What is important is the day that the doctor signed my birth certificate is July 1st. And then, so like I said, July 1st, 2013 is my clean date. And the day Narcotics Anonymous, I'm not supposed to say what fellowship I'm in on social media, but the day that it was founded was July 1st, 1953, 60 years before I got clean. And even cooler than that, our readings that we read in every meeting were copywritten in 1986, the year I was born. Hi, Gigi. And my categories, that's pretty cool. So, like, I feel like God knew even before I was born all of that and just like line that up for me just to like give me, I don't know, not a coincidence. That's a lot of, and then my favorite IP is number 19 because it's June 19th and it's about self acceptance and it's pink and I love pink and I love self acceptance. So let's roll into a little bit of self acceptance, freedom, and unconditional love. Those are going to be the spiritual principles that we work with today. I really feel like I got to say this too. Character defects can conflict with one another, right? But spiritual principles only always work together and build on each other, right? Um, and so, yeah, I'm trying to think of a way they conflict the defects. I kind of stole that from Boyce, who is a wonderful sage and like my spiritual dad. But if you have any ideas how defects can conflict with one another, I would love to hear from you. And let's go ahead and get into the meditation. So, if you would, sit in a comfortable position, spine straight if that's comfortable for you, legs crossed or feet flat on the floor. Already have your phone on silent. All outside distractions have left you. You have things in your house like animals that make noise, or animals outside, or insects that you hear. It's okay. Just bring your attention every time you notice your thoughts wandering back to my voice, back to me, back to here, right now. And in this moment, the eternal here, the forever now, this moment of direct clarity, your thoughts have begun to dissipate more so as you begin to bring your attention directly on my voice and this moment. The past is gone, the future does not exist, both living in an illusory vibrational field of illusion. And in this moment, right here, right now, free of doubt, free of fear, I feel like there's only two emotions or two core emotions that everything stems from: the defect of fear and the spiritual principle of unconditional love. I was supposed to receive unconditional love growing up, and I did, but most of the time it felt very conditional, conditionally based on my behavior and my actions, and attacked by my own thoughts. I began to live in fear. Fear began to become a motivator and a driving force in my life. For at the time, I had no faith, I had no belief, I had no hope, and I had no trust. Today, hope is always greater than fear. Today, hope rises from the center of my being, from my heart, radiating my entire being. For in a dark room, a pitch black room, even if there is a pinhole somewhere in the room, the light will shine through, for the smallest speck of hope is all you need. For the darkness can never overcome the light. Fear is that darkness. Fear is that force that wants to pull me down with disbelief, dismay, disgruntled. For when I have hope, I can feel I can feel like things will get better. I can feel like I know things will get better. I can begin to have faith in my process, in my journey. Fear is an illusion of the ego that wants to separate me from source, creation, divine love, separate me from brotherly love, separate me from humanity, separate me into and back me into a corner. No longer do I need to live terrified, balled up in the corner of fear in my mind. Releasing the fear to the light, releasing it to unconditional love. For I can find unconditional love in humanity, in nature, in source, in spirituality. I can find unconditional love when I begin to look for it. The most closest place it is to me is in my heart. Allowing my thoughts to drop to my heart center, where it is completely still, it is completely silent. Listen now. As I revel in the stillness of my being, of my heart, I am reminded that I am unconditional love, that the creator source, divine energy love that I believe in loves me unconditionally, regardless of my defects, regardless of my behavior, regardless of anything. I am loved. I am unconditionally loved, unconditionally accepted, and I have hope in that. Isn't there a freedom in the hope that unconditional love brings? Isn't there a wondrous feeling when I begin to become aware of my behavior? One of my actions while driving, sometimes when I begin to become frustrated with other drivers, I say things out loud that are not very conducive to kindness. And then my awareness kicks in and I say out loud to myself, it's just fear. And I remind myself that I have faith today, that no matter what happens, I am unconditionally loved and things are okay. Just as they are, even in the chaos, things are okay. We have a societal belief, a societal saying that things are going to be okay. And going to be is an illusion of the ego that is somewhere that is unattainable, that is outside of me, that I'm striving toward, which is not real. Because right now, just as I am, things are okay. Things may not always feel okay or appear okay or seem not okay, but at the core of the stillness of my heart, things are okay. Things are okay when I realize that I am unconditionally loved. I have hope that there is something that loves me. I have only positive expectations. I hold on because pain ends. I hear other people's experience And for these things are always greater than the false evidence appearing real in my mind. I have an ego, a disease, a spiritual malady that tells me things that are not real. I have an ego that wants to magnify my problems or minimize my problems when everything is solvable, when everything has a solution based on my spiritual condition. And in this moment, this now moment, right here, right now, in the core of my being, say with me inside your head, it is okay. It is okay. I have hope that things will get better. I have freedom in knowing that things are on the upswing now for me, that I am moving toward love, toward unconditional love, towards light. I am moving into the light and out of the darkness of my mind and into the light of my heart. I move into the light with the acceptance that I am free, no longer shackled by my disease, by the obsession, by the ego monkey mind. I am at ease. I am free. I am free, and I shake off the chains of bondage to allow myself to surrender to divine love, to the greatest good for all. What a freedom in knowing that I no longer have to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. I no longer always have to be right. There is a freedom in knowing that I am free. I am free to choose my experiences. I am free to let go of things that no longer serve me. I am free to be me authentically without care of judgment. For those who love do not judge, and those who judge do not love. Wow, isn't it freeing to know that I am unconditionally accepted, loved, and worthy? To know that I need to not do anything in this moment to feel the unconditional love of Source wash down upon me. That divine creation took the time to create me just as I am, which is perfect, worthy, and innocent. Breathing in the new, fresh, vital air, the freshness of worthiness, the I am enough just as I am, and I am okay in my body, in my mind, in my emotions, in my spirit. For the more I meditate and the more regularly I have a spiritual practice of prayer and meditation, the more my emotions begin to have this stillness about them. My emotion regulation is more, I don't want to say control, but more at ease. More moments of serenity and peace begin to flow through my experience because I no longer need to fight against the stream of life as long as I flow with it and not against it. I surrender to the fact that there is a higher good looking out for me. What a relief to know that I am cared for, that I am loved. What a relief to no longer fight against my experiences, to accept my experiences just as they are. But surrender and acceptance does not mean that I do not have power. I have power of choice. I have power of living my experience. I am a co creator manifesting my reality with divine creation, with all that I am. What a beautiful paradox this human journey is. Knowing now that I co create my reality based on my emotions, based on the waves that I put out, the vibration that I put out. For when I begin to practice things more, I begin to become more aligned with source, with my highest good. I begin to synchronize and have synchronicities throughout my experiences that are manifesting when I'm in direct alignment with my purpose, when I am serving my highest good, when I am serving humanity. Things begin to line up perfectly and things begin to talk to me like the universe. Maybe it shows me numbers. Maybe it shows me words. Maybe it shows me songs that really relate to my experience of the now. And when I am in direct alignment with that energy that is love, I am co creating my reality. I am manifesting synchronicity. I am aligning with my highest good, with the beautiful moments of joy that you can almost taste, with the moments of direct bliss that flow through my life. I am open now to receive more joy, more abundance, more bliss, more freedom. I am infinitely loved. Turning the 8 that I received today sideways and knowing that I am infinitely here. And in this moment that stretches throughout time, through all experiences, I know that I am infinitely blessed, that I am infinitely part of the greatest love of creation, that I am the greatest good, that I am the highest manifestation of love in this now moment that I experience. What a freedom to experience the infinite divine, the infinite love of unconditionality. What a wonderful moment as I revel in the bliss and the joy that surround my aura, my emotions, my spirit, knowing that I am loved unconditionally, infinitely. I am loved. And in the universe of abundance, I believe more joy, beauty, and love is coming into my experience, and I accept that now. I hope you know that you are a direct reflection of me, of Source, of love. For you are love, you are loved, and you are lovable. May you experience more freedom, more serenity, and more peace. Namaste.